Good evening, everybody. You are tuned in to Single Lady Chronicles. Single Lady Chronicles. Thank you so much for tuning in to Single Lady Chronicles on this Friday night at 8 p.m. Looking like you looking. I appreciate you for being here, rocking out with me with this first quarter series about doing what we say we are going to do and accomplishing our goals and sticking to it for 2026, right? Let me just tell you something. By March, by this time every year, people have fizzled out. Folks have fizzled out. They either fizzled out by January, fizzled out by February, and definitely fizzled out by March. But we're not doing that in 2026. We are saying and doing what we say we are going to do because we owe it to ourselves to accomplish our goals and, reach where we say we want to reach. So I'm so excited to continue this series with you. We're almost done. We're almost at the end of the month because I'm only doing this for the first quarter. This will be on repeat. You can find it again. Go to my YouTube at Rhenotha, Rhenotha. If you need further motivation, I don't know about you, but I am so determined. I am so determined to accomplish my goals in 2026. I mean, I can see it, I can taste it, I can smell it. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm truly am just grateful for my friend who tapped me on the hand and said, why don't you do a show on why people don't do what they say they're going to do? Thank you, friend. Thank you, friend. Because in 2026, I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. And this is, living proof of it. It stirred something in me that said, yeah, a lot of times I, BS around. A lot of times, people kick the can down the road and they never get to the goal that they say they're going to get to. And we have to be accountable. We have to be accountable. And so that's what this is all about, being accountable to myself. I'm being accountable to myself. And so again, thank you, friend, for helping me be accountable and try to help somebody else as I go along. Because if I could help somebody as I travel along, then my living would not be in vain. So let's get into tonight. And tonight's topic is stop needing applause to keep going. So I remember when I was watching the Wendy Williams show. Shout out to Wendy Williams, girl, we miss you. You are the GOAT of talk show TV. Truly created your own lane for the type of talk show that you have done. Shout out to her. One time I was one episode, there was a young rapper who was on the show, and I think he asked her, "Hey, put me on, right?" And she was like, "Well, we'll see. We'll see how far you go. We'll see how far you go." Basically, so that young man, and in my mind, I'm thinking that young man was like, "Well, I can only go far if you put me on." And so with that, I, segue into not needing applause, right? Because for my thinking, I shouldn't have had that thinking. We don't necessarily need someone to put us on in order to go far. We just need to trust what we have is beneficial and trust what we have will help us go far. And so with that, doesn't come with a lot of applause. With that, doesn't come with a lot of eyes. With that, doesn't come with a lot of notoriety. We just have to trust what we have is good stock, and will be able to take us on our trajectory of where we want to be in accomplishing our goals and where we want to be in what we want to do in life. And so we do not need the applause of others. It's nice. It's nice to see the likes. It's nice to see the views. It's nice, but you don't need that in order for you to get started. You don't need that in order for you to keep going. You don't need it, because what's in you will be beneficial. What's in you will come out, and what's in you, the folks will catch on. So the applause is a trap. Let me just tell you that right off the bat. Applause is a trap. It feels good. Comments are great. Likes are great. Reshares are great. People noticing your progress is good. But when all that stops, it gets quiet. It gets quiet, and your growth gets quiet, because we were reeling off of the applause. Reeling off of the applause. I can only give my example of how I've been doing in my journey of sticking to what I say I'm gonna do. So I'll be honest, this series, the first couple of episodes, man, y'all were watching, liking, sharing, and then I got to the middle, and that was the episode that got the crickets. If you know me, I'd be like, "Child, crickets." If you know me. And so, baby, the episode of getting to the middle where momentum fades, that is the episode that didn't get a lot of views, that didn't get a lot of likes, that didn't get a lot of shares. But did that stop me? No. No. Listen, I banged out the next week's episode, and here I am today. Because the applause will die down. It'll start getting quiet. And your folks, maybe they aren't available that Friday night. Maybe they aren't they aren't scrolling as much. But what I do know for me is that what I have is good stock. What I have is good. And just because in that moment or within that time frame that you think that you should be receiving all of these accolades and all of these prizes, doesn't mean that later on it will happen. It will happen. We can't do it because of the rush of the moment, the rush of the right now. We're doing it because it's going to help somebody. We're doing it because it's in you. We're doing it because it's our passion, and it's something that want to be able to bless somebody else with. Well, if it's like media or anything like that, but you're also doing it because it's a goal that you want to accomplish. Okay, we're not doing it for the applause. We're not. So it's gonna get quiet. Trust me when I tell you, it's gonna get quiet. Quiet seasons happen. But in those quiet seasons, you still have to be diligent. You still have to be consistent. You still have to show that momentum, and you still have to rinse and repeat and do it over and over and over again. Wellness isn't overnight. Somebody noticed that you lost a couple pounds. I remember, and I'll go out, I can only talk about me. I, I will tell you that when I first started my wellness journey, I will always get to a certain weight. I will always get to a certain weight and then get stagnant, and then get complacent and comfortable. Because folk will be like, "Ooh, girl, don't lose no more." Right? "Ooh, girl, you're getting too small. Ooh, girl, I see you." And I would get complacent, I would get stagnant, and I would relish. Let's just be honest. We all do it. Yeah. We get to a certain place and we stay there. And once that dies down, it's like, well, should I keep going? Should I? And unfortunately, we relish in that. We we take that to our head and to our heart, and we think that that's what matters, and it doesn't. It doesn't. The applause does not matter. What matters to you is that you have self awareness, is that you have self esteem, and you like what you have going on and what you need to accomplish. And as long as you are content in your spot and in your situation, it shouldn't matter where your applause comes from. It shouldn't matter if you get applause at all, because you are passionate about that thing, and you are doing it over and over again, not for the applause. Yeah. But growth is quiet. People see your success later. They don't notice right away. They see it later. And that's okay. That's okay, because you did the thing, you put it out there, and if they get it now or later, it doesn't matter, because you've been consistent. You've kept your momentum. You've done what you need to do in order to reach your goals and not quit, and did what you said you were going to do. You have been consistent. You have continued your discipline. And that's all that matters. Remain consistent, disciplined, keeping that momentum. That's all that matters. Not what somebody else is thinking. Not what somebody else is thinking. I know so many people who've left this world, my God, who've left this world because of what they thought was happening on social media with somebody else, and it wasn't even real. And so don't get caught in a trap of adulation and applause. Just do what you're passionate to do. Do what you are, what's been put in you, and later on you'll reap your rewards. Later on you'll be the better for it. But you just have to keep going. You got to do what you say you're going to do. So how do we keep going without the applause? How do we keep going? We got to remember your why. Remember your why. Remember why you started. That's the reason. It has nothing to do with anybody else. It has nothing to do with who's clapping. It has nothing to do with any of that. Remember your why. That is why you keep going, not because of the applause. Celebrate your own progress and don't make it by anybody else's standards. Whose standards are you doing it by anyway? Celebrate your own progress. Create your own trackable progress that is good for you, not by somebody else's standards. Why would we do that? That is self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. I always use the standardized weight chart. That standardized weight chart is not universal, okay? And so you have to set your own progress by your own standards, because you are doing it for you. And then focus on identity, not attention. Don't worry about who's noticing. Don't worry about who sees it or not. You just got to focus on who you're becoming. Focus on what you need to become. Focus on what you need to accomplish. Focus in on doing what you say you are going to do. It's nothing like the feeling of getting something done and accomplishing your goals and sticking to what you say you're going to do. And when you actually do it, you ain't do it for the applause. You did it for yourself. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel good. Wow. I'm just thinking about everything that I know I want to accomplish, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I can't wait. It's just going to be awesome. And I'm going to have that inner happiness and that inner joy because I know I stuck to what I said I was going to do. And then you have to understand delayed visibility. understands it. A lot of people quit right before the breakthrough. Yeah. Huh? A lot of people quit right at the cusp of your big moment because you didn't stick it out. Because you were too eager to get to the finish line. Don't let that happen to you. Understand delayed visibility. Not because you didn't get what you want fast enough. Don't be that person that conked out too soon, that said, forget it, because that next moment could be exactly what you were waiting for. Stick it out. Stay disciplined. Delayed visibility is a thing, but you can't worry about that. Applause is nice, but discipline doesn't require an audience. Somebody will see the progress you have made. Somebody will see that, you are doing what you say you're going to do. But you shouldn't worry about that at all. We are not here for the applause. We are here to, if I could help somebody as I travel along, then my living would not be in vain. We are here to set goals and accomplish them. We are here to do what we say we are going to do because we are here to be true to ourselves. Don't get caught in the trap of applause because you won't get to where you need to be if that's what you continue to focus on. Woo! I don't know about you, but I am motivated. I got some momentum, and I'm just excited about what 2026 is looking like because I'm starting off. I'm still here. I didn't quit on myself, and I hope you didn't either. Listen, don't quit on yourself. Don't worry about who's not looking. Don't worry about who's not liking your stuff. Don't worry about not having time to do it. Don't worry about it. Stick to your plan. Stick to your goals. Get to that finish line. Thank you for tuning in to Single Lady Chronicles. Listen, next week is the finale of the first quarter series of doing what we say we are going to do in 2026. I do hope you stick it out with me. It's going to be a big announcement. So make sure you tune in. Thank you for tuning in to Single Lady Chronicles. Okay? Y'all have a good night. I will see you next week. Bye.